Sometimes the deepest pain doesn't come from what people say. It comes from what the world never made room for, from feeling overlooked, underserved, unseen. And for a lot of women, confidence was never something handed to them. It was something they had to fight to find. But every now and then, God will place a vision in somebody that's bigger than fashion, bigger than fabric, and bigger than a brand. A vision that speaks life, beauty, confidence, and worth. It's a women who may have forgotten what it feels like to truly feel desirable. This is more than clothing. This is more affirmation. This is healing stitched into identity. This is J Mandisa on From the Block to Blessings.
When you sit down to design something, what's the first thing you think about? The look, the message, or the woman who's going to wear it?
Oh my goodness. Overall, I think about the whole entire process. I think about the woman who's going to wear it. The message is extremely important. That's how, I speak to the girls. I speak to them through confidence. So my process is sitting down and just really thinking about, what makes me a confident woman? And it's like, you know what? Alluring, luscious, irresistible, voluptuous, sassy, I'm vivacious, curvy, bodacious. So I think about all the things that I look at myself as, and it's easy for me to just put it right on a shirt or a tee or a jacket or a pair of pants and just, give it to the girls and shoot it out in the atmosphere, and whatever happens, happens, because it's from the heart.
What does the name J Mandisa represent to you?
To me, Jamie Mandisa represents, like, a woman. First of all, I just want to be clear. I didn't like my middle name. Mandisa is my middle name. I did not like my middle name. My Aunt Putin always called me Mandisa no matter what. And I was like, Aunt Putin, stop calling me that. And even to this day, she still calls me Mandisa. I had to grow into loving that name. And then it was like, wow, like, you got a clothing line. Mandisa look really cute on some clothes. It's me. It's helping me love my middle name, which I do now. And so when I think of J Mandisa, I just think of, like, the girl who just couldn't stand her middle name, and it was like selling out. And it's just very pretty. It's very pretty, and it's looking real French, to be honest with you. But it's not, and that's okay, because I'm still fabulous, and J Mandisa Laundry and Loungewear is here to stay.
So that's actually good. You turned a negative into a positive. I
Yep.
like that, because your brand is built around confidence.
Yes.
What does confidence in a woman look like to you?
Oh my goodness. Confidence in a woman looks like a woman who's sure of who she is. I am so aware of who I am. Any room I step into, I just know exactly who I am. I know exactly why I'm in that room. I know exactly why I'm there. And so confidence in women just it's just really just knowing who you are and also understanding who you are.
So you spoke of some affirmations, and I noticed you include affirmations like sassy, vivacious, etc. Why was it important to you to put those messages directly into the clothing?
Oh, because I need the people to read that twice. Anything I've ever created, I want the person looking at it to say, like, read it twice. You're going to look at it like, okay, boom, boom, boom. But when you look at the words and you're reading the words, you're going to have to do a double take. And the woman that's wearing that, oh, she's all of the things. Every single thing on a shirt, she is, no matter how you feel or anybody else feel. The woman wearing that shirt are those things, and she feels those things.
So do you feel like words can actually change how someone see themselves?
Absolutely. I just feel like words are just as powerful as energy. I feel like when people say things out their mouths, I think that they need to process the fact that these are words. These are things that can happen. I feel like anything you say or you repeat, it comes to fruition, right? So we have to be careful and mindful of the things that we say. And I only use words that are, confidence. I want you to, think about the things. When let's say you're having a rough day, and then you put on your J Mandisa shirt, and it's saying sassy, vivacious, curvy, bodacious, alluring, luscious, irresistible, voluptuous. Those are words of affirmation that say, you know what, I wasn't feeling it today, but I'm going to get them this shirt and it's going to be that. So,
So what made you start J Mandisa?
okay, so initially I started as a blog, yummywithtummy.com, and I am still a blog, the world's most fabulous blog, by the way. When I created yummywithtummy.com, I knew ultimately I was going to do a clothing line, because J Mandisa Laundry and Lounge speaks from the inside. Yummy with Tummy also speaks from the inside, but I want J Mandisa I wanted to exude. That's where I wanted to exude at. And so I felt like I haven't seen anyone create a brand for plus size or curvier women. I haven't seen it be curated the way I'm curating it with love, actually being a plus size woman, understanding how our curves are, how, the clothes need to fit. A lot of brands just say, hey, I got a 2X and 3X. They're not true sizes, they're straight sizes. It's just thrown out there like, here, damn kind of situation. With J Mandisa, I wanted to be able to curate a line that, like, I could feel. I want my brand to be contagious. Like, whenever you do anything in a J Mandisa, whenever you wear J Mandisa, I want you to feel what I'm feeling for this brand. So this brand is carefully curated for the curvier woman, for the plus size woman who just, wants to express how she feels. I haven't seen it done. It hasn't been done yet, and I'm here to do it.
Hey, I gotta ask you this. What do you think makes a piece of clothing go from just looking good to actually making someone feel powerful?
The affirmations on it, the thought behind it. Whenever I create a J Mandisa piece, I even created a piece that says smoking hot fat, right? The smoking piece was my number one selling item when I first launched back in December 2023. And smoking hot fat was something that someone called me. I feel like they felt like it was a compliment, but it was backhanded. I was out one night on a college campus going to a party. I looked really nice, but instead of the person saying, "Hey, you look nice," right? They say you are smoking hot fat. At first, I didn't know how to take that. But then I'm like, you know what? I kind of like it. And if you go on yummywithtummy.com, I told you exactly, where that came from. And so I like to make things for all kinds of plus size women and curvier women. Individuality, intimacy, confidence. It's a shirt or it's a saying for every woman. Every woman might not want to wear a shirt that says smoking hot fat. That's for more the, the little round, like the sassy one, right? Then you got the alluring luscious. You have the sassy vivacious. For the woman who wants to, go and still look good, still wants to make a statement and just be who she is. Long as she's wearing my clothes and she's confident, she's all for it.
What do you think the fashion industry sometimes misunderstand when it comes to designing for women?
I they miss the feeling. First and foremost, a lot of brands, this luxury thing we got going on, um, I just feel like luxury is so like subjective. It Luxury means different things to different people, which is why J Mandisa is a timeless brand. I'm here to create a timeless brand. You can't. I don't like trends. I don't like things that's just here for a while, right? J Mandisa's here for a good time and a long time. I believe that brands are forgetting that we are women every day. We don't want to be in the trendy trouser or the super off the shoulder sheer shirt. Sometimes we want to relax and we can still feel feminine and still feel confident while we do so I feel like a lot of the brands are missing the feeling. They're going for the outer appearance. They're not going for the feeling that it gives, and that's exactly what's missing today.
You got a new drop coming, I heard.
I do.
What can people expect from this collection?
Oh my goodness. You can expect from this collection, of course, another, bunch of affirmations for the girls. I feel like with this collection, I really tapped into other women. So right now, for J Mandisa in the brand, it was just me as the model. I decided at the end of December, like, you know what, I want models. I'm going to name them the Diamond Darlings. So what you can look forward for in this new collection is meeting the Diamond Darlings, which are going to be the J Mandisa models. You're going to, see some cute little things. You might even want to make a caption because I got the wordplay for you. And I want you to just, wear it. When you wear this, I want you to feel just as confident as any of my other pieces. Yeah, so just look forward. You're trying to get little clues. I'm not sharing them, but just know it's going to it's going to give goodness. You're going to be introduced to the Diamond Darlings and another timeless masterpiece.
You sound trying to get little clues. Is there a piece from this drop that means the most to you?
Yes, absolutely. And I feel like you'll be seeing me wear it a whole lot, just in different fonts and colors, honestly.
Walk us through this one piece. What inspired it?
What inspired it was first, I was sitting down, I was doing my blog. Often when I'm creating something for J Mandisa for a new launch, I'm blogging for yummywithtummy.com. And so I was writing something in this blog and I'm like, just talking about the affirmations I feel about myself. With those affirmations, I went over to my little pad. I keep a pad by me when I'm doing my blogs because I'm always coming up with something sassy to say. And I found these beautiful four words, and it only just enhances how confident I am and how confident women should be in general.
So for the women shopping, what sizes are on the site?
Okay, so currently I go from a size medium to 5X large, but with the new release, I'm going to now introduce small. So the smaller women will be able to shop Mandisa Lingerie and Lounge. Thank you so much. It's because of you ladies that I was able to do this. There was a lot of, inquiries about it. So now we have smalls. Ladies, make sure you cop up because you asked for them. And yes, now Mandisa Lingerie and Lounge officially goes from small to 5 extra large.
What about the big homies?
Let me cook. I feel like, you're not letting me cook. You gotta let me cook. It's 2 years, right? Give me some time. Let me cook. But stay tuned though. Yeah, stay tuned though. Yeah.
Let's talk entrepreneurship real fast. What's been one of the biggest lessons you learned since starting your brand? Because we know it's not an easy thing.
Mm. Oh wow. Okay. So I want to start with the fact that I am in Philadelphia. I'm Philadelphia based. The biggest thing I've learned doing business here with different people in Philadelphia is that a lot of the businesses ran here are not built on integrity. So you have to be extremely careful when you're reaching out to these different companies and brands because if they're popular, I thought if they were popular, they have their act together because it's like all these people already watching you. They already know what you got going on. What I found is that when you work with the super popular people, those are the ones who don't be built with too much integrity. Instead, what I've noticed when I try to work across or like just with brands who are also just starting, they always come through. So my biggest thing is, when you are reaching out to work with a brand or a company or anything you see, you do a little bit of research first, but integrity is not instilled here currently from what I'm experiencing. I'm just going off of what I'm experiencing. A lot of the brands aren't ran with integrity. They're not passionate also. I'm very passionate about my brands. I'm very passionate about my blog and J Mandisa. If I come in contact with you and you are not as passionate about your craft and what you do, I will not be doing business. And that's the biggest lesson is to, work with brands who at the forefront, their core values are integrity, right? And they care, they know how to talk to you, they know how to communicate, reach out. But my biggest lesson is to work with brands only built on integrity. That's it.
That's 1,000,000% facts.
Mm-hmm.
Legacy. Let's talk legacy.
Mm.
When people see a woman wearing J Mandisa, what do you want them to think about her?
First and foremost, I don't want them to think anything because I don't care what they think. And neither would the woman wearing my clothes be caring about what they think.
Like
The
that.
person looking at my brand or looking at the woman in my clothes, they're already going to know she's all the things. You're going to have, like I said, the double take thing. When I write these sayings and I create these sayings, it's created so you can read that twice. Right? So if we don't care what the people thinking when they see me in the brand or they see another woman in the brand, we know when we look at that person and it's like, oh, she's here. She knows what's going on. So that's what that is.
All right, look directly into the camera. Tell
Hello.
people why they should support J Mandisa.
So it all started on a stoop out in North Philly. No, seriously, you should support J Mandisa Lingerie and Loungewear because, I am very passionate about this. Everything I create, everything I do is directly from my heart. I am passionate about this. I want the women to feel everything. I want them to feel beautiful. I want the mommies to look beyond, her new body after stretch marks and bringing life into this world. I want her to feel alluring, luscious, irresistible. I want women to actually have the confidence right now. We're in a time where it's just very performative on socials. The people want to have it on the outside, but they don't really have it inside. J Mandisa, alongside of Yummy with Tummy, I'm from within. Everything I create is from within. It exudes out. So that's what I want y'all to know. You need to go in there and shop. Let this timeless brand be contagious to you. If you're having a long day, go and see what I got for you. Just support live and direct. Check me out.
When the fashion show coming?
Listen, give me some time. I'm still cooking. Let me cook. Right? I'm 2 years in this. I'm still learning a whole lot of things. And I don't know, but the sky's the limit. I'm not saying it's not going to happen. Anything can happen, but just stay tuned. Stay tuned.
All right, let everybody know where they can find you.
You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok at Yummy with Tummy. J Mandisa Lingerie, and Loungewear. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. J Mandisa Lingerie and Lounge. My TikTok is just Yummy with Tummy, but it's all together. But yeah, that's it. Yummy with Tummy for all the socials. J Mandisa for all the socials. I'll be there. Stay tuned. New drops. All what is it? April 18th, 2026. And I hope to see you at my website.
All right, I respect what you're building because it's bigger than clothing. It's confidence, it's identity, and it's purpose. We appreciate you for coming on from the block. The blessings. Next drop, you got to come back.
Oh,
I
I'm
mean, we
back.
got to make this a regular thing.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
All right, and everybody watching, tap in, support the brand, and we'll see you on the next episode.
Sure will. Hasta la vista, gorrista.
Keep going. I'm gonna just.
All right. So today we are wearing the Voluptuous Allure t-shirt. Of course, J Mandisa, lingerielounge.com. You caught that. We're wearing the Voluptuous Hippie sweatpants here. Very cool, very cute, very va-va-voom, va-va-voom. We're wearing the cheetah print shoes. They aren't mine, but they're really fabulous with the outfit. Of course, a ruby roo red lip. But yes, J Mandisa, lingerielounge.com. Go shopping.
All right.